Okay, let's just take a look at the key points, key condition. 最重要的条件哦。First of all, we have 15 pizzas. And there are 12 players on the coach's team. Each player will get the same amount of the pizza. So basically what we'll do the division. The total number of pizza divided by the number of players. Okay, so we are going to do 15 divided by 12. And in fraction, it will be 15 over 12. We can simplify, make it become 5 over 4. That's the answer. Okay, each player can get 5 over 4 pizzas. This question is super easy, just doing the division, but the answer is a fraction. Okay, that's for question number 1. If everything's okay, let's move on to question number 2. Question number 2 is a very difficult question, so let's read the question together. There are 24 students in the Brewers history class. Okay, the first condition comes for 3/4 of them got an A on the most recent test. Okay, and 1/3 of the remaining students got a B on the test. How many students received a B? Okay, that's a very important condition. 1/3 of the remaining. Okay, Hisa, that's the thing. We need to start from what does that mean, the remaining? So let's draw a diagram here. There are total 24 students. And here, 3/4 of them got an A, right? Scores grade A. And the remaining total is 1. So 3/4, the remaining will be 1/4. That means the remaining students. Okay? So 1/4 of the 24 students. How do we know the number of students? We need to do multiplication, 乘法. 24, that's the total number of students, times by the 1/4, the ratio. Remaining, that's the remaining students. How? So here's 24 times by 1/4, a whole number times by a fraction. We just times the numerator. Or you can see 24 over 1 times by 1/4. And that will become 24 over 4 equals 6. Okay? So what does that mean 6? 6 students. That's the remaining students. Okay, but that's not a student received a B because it says 1/3 of the remaining. 1/3. Okay, so those 6 students, 1/3 of them received a B. And then 2/3 of them, we don't know the grade. I just said they received other grades. Okay, so 1/3 of the 6, 1/3 of the remaining. We are doing the same thing. 我们要做乘法. Total is 6, the remaining students, and we times by 1/3. That will become 6 over 3 and 2 students, simplifying 2 students. So there are only 2 students received a B. Okay, this question is very tricky because here, 1/3 of the remaining. So basically, you need to find out remaining represent 1/4, and then 1/3 of the remaining times by 1/3. That's the process. Or you can finish this question in one equation by multiplying 24 by 1/4 and 1/3. Okay, that will be the same thing. 24 over 12 equals 2. But I think the process here that will make you understand what's going on. 1/4 and 1/3 again. Okay, that's for question number 2. 第二个 question. Alright, and we move on to question number 3. Okay, that's a diagram. Roberts worked at a cafe. The following line plus shows how many gallons of milk he used on each day of the week. Okay, so for this question, it's really important for you to perceive the graph. There are 3 quarts, right? And 4 quarts. That means because a week there are 7 days, 3 days used 1 and 1/4 gallons. Okay, so here's hold on a second. I think that's okay for you. This is a 1, that's a 2. So in the middle is 1 and 1/4, 1 and 2/4, 1 and 3/4. Okay, but we need only 1 and 1/4. There are 3 days Robert used 1 and 1/4 gallons of the milk. And the remaining 4 days, he used 2 and 3/4 gallons of the milk. So for the first question, how many gallons of milk did you, it's not Robert, sorry, it's Julian, use for the week? So here's the thing, 3 days, each of the day use 1 and 1/4. Okay, that means every day he will use 1 and 1/4 and then use for 3 days. So the total milk will be 3 times by 1 and 1/4. That's a mixed number, so we make it become improper fraction. 3 times by 4/5. The whole number times by the numerator, 15/4. That's the total amount for 3 days. And then the other 4 days, each day he used 2 and 3/4 gallons. So the total amount should become 4 times 2 and 3/4. Make 2 and 3/4, convert it, become improper fraction. That will be 11/4. 4 times by 11/4. Okay, we times the numerator, 44/4. And I decide not to simplify. This one obviously equals 11, but I'm not going to simplify because we need to add them up. That's the total amount for 7 days. Okay, so the answer will be 59/4. Convert the improper fraction into the mixed number. 14 and 3/4 gallons. That's the division. You can do the division here. Okay, 59 divided by 4, long division. I think that will be okay. That's for question number 8. We find out the total gallons of milk for a week. Okay, and for the question number B, there are 4 quarts in 1 gallon. Okay, so how much milk did Robert use in quarts? Okay, why is it sometimes Robert and sometimes Julian? Okay, I think they are all Robert, right? Okay, so that's the thing. That's a unit conversion. 1 gallon, no S. 1 gallon equals 4 quarts. Okay, so we have the total number of gallons and we have this relationship. So we times by 4. Okay, 14 and 3/4 gallons times by 4. That will be number of gallons. So we make it become improper fraction. Okay, so here's that. Be careful here. 59/4 times by 4/1. Of course, you can do top times by top and bottom times by bottom. But for this question, I prefer simplify before doing multiplication. The 4 and the 4 there, they have common factor. They are the same, right? So divided by 4 will be 1 and 1. Okay? And after doing that, that will be really simple. 59/1. 59/1. That will be 59 quarts. That's for question number B. Okay, that's question number 1 and 3 for this